Okay, this is officially take 6. I'm just going to get to the point so I don't have to do a take 7. So it's Friday, and before I got too deep into my day, I want to take a minute to tell you about something that I learned about myself today, this morning. And it's only like 8 o'clock, maybe. I'm going to keep rolling. And those are not notes. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So yeah, do you know someone that will always ask you that one question that triggers this like, oh, yes, and here's the answer. God, why hadn't I thought about that until now? Happens to me every Monday when I talk with my amazing, fabulous therapist. But it also happened to me today when I was working in this podcast. Now, I know I said working in, and I'll explain that in a minute. The podcast is called Retirepreneur. And I've been looking at diving into various podcasts to help me on my journey, right? And I was feeling very strongly that I wasn't building my current business in the right way. I felt like I was spinning my wheels on things that really weren't going to get me anywhere. Turns out I was right. But that's when I found the podcast called Retirepreneur. I think I just mentioned that. And the founder provides free of charge, like the blueprint. It's amazing. I'm actually going to see if they still do like any one-on-one mentoring type of thing. He's a former CFO, so he mentions at several points, like, this is all through the lens of a CFO, right? But very insightful. The blueprint, amazing. Exactly what I needed to not only get on track, but switch tracks. Like, my train was on a very different track. And now I feel very good and confident that I'm actually on the track that will create and build a business. But anyway, kazoo. I probably have never explained that either. Maybe I will at the end of this podcast if I remember. So today I was using I printed out his little worksheets, and there were reflection prompts. And, it was like, spend 20, 30 minutes reflecting on these questions. Well, when I got to the 5th question, I don't know how, but I didn't even have to think about it. The answer just came to me. Here's the question. What do you want this business to give you beyond income? And very, very immediately, I thought, oh, I want to go into my second act and end it on a high note. End it on the note that I had always envisioned ending my prior life's work on. So I'm not going to go into all that now, but I have very painstakingly avoided saying in these podcasts that after running with heart and soul and passion and every bit of energy in my being, and having like 14 just amazing years traveling the world, working with people all over the world, all over the globe, learning. Like, I have so much to offer in my little brain. That after all of that and this great ride, the last couple of years were really a struggle. Everything changed on a dime, which it does in business, right? And myself and my entire US based leadership team, because I have leadership across the pond as well, were made redundant. That was kind of difficult to say, but I said it, so there you have it. And I knew it was coming. I had spoken to people on the board and my direct report about it, but the timing was still off, and a surprise caught me off guard. Now, it should have, and it did initially, felt like a relief, like a kindness, right? You raise a calf and instead of sending it to slaughter, you find Uncle Neil's home or the Gentle Barn, and you send it there where they can live their best life, right? So initially, this sense of relief, then, oh, fuck, now what? I knew what I wanted to do. I could finally follow my heart and soul and launch the business that I'm about to. But that question, what do you want this business to give you beyond income, made sense of everything. Because this business allows me an opportunity to do what I love with people that I'm sure I'll love. and however many years from now, 5, 10, who knows, on a high note. End with a smile and feeling somehow complete, like I completed what I set out to do. That won't make sense until I share a little bit more here and there about my journey up to now. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. So, and as always, if none of this resonates with you, awesome, no hard feelings. Like I always say, chuck it in the fuck it bucket and move on with your day. And so let's just both move on with our days. All right. Have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you before then, go live your life. I'm going to go live mine. Peace out from Uncle Nigel. Bye, y'all.